inside the headset Thursday night. And I've got on the phone with me the head coach of the Oakland Patriots, head coach Kevin Creasy. How you doing tonight, Coach?
I'm doing good, Stuart.
Well, just want to offer our condolences and sorry about the loss of your brother as of recent and everything. And he was a little bit older than you, wasn't he, Coach?
Yeah. He's the oldest of all my brothers. I got four older brothers. I'm the youngest. So yeah, it's a bad deal. There's really, no good time for anything like that to happen. But we're just going to march on and keep doing what we've been doing, and appreciate the condolences.
Well, I saw where he called you Calvin. Is that your middle name?
Well, no, but he did. He did that a lot, and with four older brothers, you get called a lot of different things. So, yeah, that was pretty neat. I didn't know it. I didn't know anybody knew that.
Well, and he looks a lot like you. You
Yeah,
look a little
yeah,
bit like him, maybe. I don't know which way it is. You maybe,
yeah.
but boy, now I've never seen Johnny, but does Johnny? Do you all resemble Dad?
I guarantee it. Yep.
Okay, so if I saw Johnny, I know. All right.
His sons look like a younger version of me, maybe a little better looking, but yeah, it's pretty neat to see, how everything kind of goes right down the family tree there.
Well, my condolences to your family, and I'm sorry about that. But as we all know, I mean, I know I live every day, and thank the dear Lord I get to live. That's just me.
That's right.
One more, God, one more.
That's
But
right. Kind of put these things into perspective. We put these games up on a pedestal and talk about how important they are, but this kind of stuff makes you really realize just how small it really is.
absolutely, Coach. Absolutely. I recently had a situation happen to me, and I told my parents. I said, "Well, whatever I end up with is what I was supposed to end up with. That's what I was supposed to get. That's where I'm supposed to be. That's what God. That's the way God wanted it." So, anyway, just got off the phone with Coach Rankin. Boy, he's got a big game tomorrow, Coach. I was looking at the Milan Bulldogs and getting a little video on them, but he's going to have a tough game tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Absolutely. Growing up, you dreamed of a matchup with Alcoa and Milan. They've been good for decades. For those two teams to meet up in state championship, that would be what every fan dreams of. So I think it'd be a great game.
Well, narrowing down to your final game and headed into the championship, exciting time. But like Coach, I was talking to Coach Rankin, and it's been a how can we say a season of mixed emotions, a season of trickery, whatever you want to call it. But all in all, I mean, man, you've tried to dodge the bullet with COVID, and then all the other thing and nuances that come into football.
Yeah, it's been a stressful year. I've talked to several head coaches and mentioned, if this thing's still around next year, it's going to be hard to keep a lot of people employed as a football coach because it's just been so difficult, stressful, and you hate all those things that you can't control. And any given day, you may lose a good player, you may lose an entire ball game, you may lose some coaches. You just never know. It's just been one of those years in which it's definitely taught us and the players and coaches all about perseverance. And we're so lucky to get to Saturday if we get to Saturday.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? Hey, just when we get to kickoff, we know we're okay until the
That's
game
right.
until the whistle sounds on the fourth quarter. You've had a great season, You're undefeated so far. Did you at any point did you think these guys could possibly pull this off, or has it been mostly them? It seems like this team kind of self-leads itself. I haven't been around them that much, but standing on the outside looking, are they self-leaders, Coach, versus maybe some of the other teams you've had?
I'm not sure about that. They just
They're clicking a little different.
they're made out of the right stuff. The biggest thing I can say is, we have a walkthrough at 7 in the morning. we won't have anybody miss. And I've never been a part of anything like that. There's always that one guy or the other guy, that's always
Yeah.
dragging in late. We had some of that stuff last year, and it's just amazing. These guys, I just got to give a lot of accolades to the parents, man. They've raised up these kids right. We've worked these guys to death. And if we tell them 1:30 on a Sunday, they're going to be there at 1:15, and then we tell them 7 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, they're going to be there. So uh, it's just a pleasure to work with dudes like that. Uh, that's not always the occasion. I'm telling you, usually doesn't happen that way. So, they're just a good group, and they're real coachable young men.
And that's a real good thing to capture. I mean, how do we capture that and replicate it and push it on down as an experienced coach? How do you try to transfer that on to the next team? Or, I guess you've watched as seasons go on. Some things transfer, some things don't. But how do you prepare to transfer some of the good and weed out anything that's bad, like you said, maybe showing up late?
Yeah, I mean, just little things like that are important. And, we've made an emphasis of it. I think started in the weight room with Coach Jackson. He's done a really good job of trying to explain to these guys what it means to be a good teammate and unselfish and hard worker. And that's kind of transcended. I'm lucky that we got a good senior class, but a lot of these guys are going to be back next year.
Yeah, that is for sure. Well, let's talk a little bit about your opponent. You're in the state championship. It's no secret, and kind of how you got here. I can't even think of who you played in the first one. Who was it you played?
Rossview.
Rossview. I knew,
Yeah,
but it was like Kim. Yeah, they both came along about the same
I
time.
was supposed to play Kenwood in regular season.
That's right. That's where I
no,
got the Kimwood. Sorry about that. That's me. I'll take the blame. But we played Rossview in the opening round. Then you followed up. You played Mount Juliet. Then you played Riverdale, and then you just got through beating Marable. One of the things I want to talk about the Marable game, and not to go into that game, but one thing I do want to talk about from the transfer from the Riverdale game to the Marable game, no penalties. You had a bucket load of penalties during the Riverdale game, and I'm just curious as a coach, how did you spin that around, Coach? You just shut the faucet off.
Yeah, I give a lot of credit to our kids, and the crew we had that fourth round was an experienced crew. And, when you get experienced crews, a lot of times they want to not be seen, and that's a compliment to those guys. When you leave there and you don't notice the referees, I think that's a big deal.
That's an interesting comment. Yeah, when you leave a game and you don't talk about the officials, they did their job right.
Right, no doubt. And so we were happy to clean up the penalties, and I felt like we did a good job of playing a clean game against Maryland.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And congrats on that win. But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Brentwood. I want to talk about Ron Crawford. They got a big quarterback. You've been in this battle before. Going into a second game like this, even though you don't play a Brentwood that often, anything you can tell us that, Coach Creasy likes to do, or some of the things, or, some of the things that, as a coach, let us look under the hood and tell us a little bit about it?
I just know that they're a really good football team, and they drove it down on our red zone 3 different occasions. If they got points there, we would have been in a dogfight. They had 2 days to prepare for us, as opposed to an extra day this week. I know Coach Crawford always has his teams ready, and you talk about it, just an absolute winner. You can see their quarterback is just a guy that everybody loves to follow. Put the whole team on his shoulders. So we were lucky to play Brentwood. We both had cancellations. We got a game together real quick. And I just remember seeing an old text message I sent Coach Crawford after the game, I guess riding back home. Just told him thanks for the opportunity. And, a lot of people that I asked to play wouldn't do it.
Yep.
I appreciate him letting me do it. And I told him I saw him week 15. And sure enough, it just happened that way. So now I kind of wished I didn't see him week 15. It's been somebody else that's not quite as good. So I might eat those lunch.
Excuse me, Coach. Yes, yes, but how funny that is. Well, Coach, we want to wish you the best of luck. Hopefully, I'll need 2 passes. I'll be over there tomorrow to get those from Cowan, so we don't interrupt and everything. But we wish you the best of luck and safe travels. And once again, we'll be thinking about your family over the next few days. But let's come home with a win to Rutherford County.
All right, sounds good.
All righty, take care.